This is a video about a new approach to understanding human behavior. It's an approach that's based on the structural characteristics of existence itself. What's important about the structure of existence and all its peculiarities is that since we humans are existing beings, we're structured in identically the same way that existence itself is. Let's have a closer look. The structure of existence is made up of three rigorously logical fundamental imperatives. The first imperative deals with relationships. Everything that exists has to relate to its environment, and its environment has to relate to it. In other words, everything that exists, like you and I do, either relates to the world around it or it can't exist at all. That's because nothing can exist alone. This imperative we call relationability. So that's the first thing to keep in mind. Living things that stop relating are living things that stop existing. Basically, it would be contradictory for a relational being not to relate. The second imperative is about the future and how everything that exists has a die-hard obligation to continue existing. This imperative we call continuance. It's not an instinct, it's an existential imperative. Either something that is in existence continues existing, or, well, it doesn't exist anymore. And for something to exist but not exist would make no sense at all. By the way, if you haven't noticed it yet, the structure wants nothing to do with contradictions. The last imperative deals with the structure's need for relational echo. Everything that exists and is alive, like you and I are, has to receive confirmation of its relational activity. This imperative we call confirmation. Since you're a relational being, not to hear back from the things you relate to would mean that you weren't relating after all, and that would be contradictory too. Now, watch this next video and see what all this has to do with the way you and every other human being on this planet feels, thinks, and behaves.